Hi kids, we have been learning about the metric system and how to use metric units when we are doing conversions, and we learned the mnemonic device, King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk, and we read the story of King Henry in class, and so we're going to review that information. And a mnemonic device is simply a memorization tool. It's something that helps you remember something. And so we use this mnemonic to help us with the metric units. So we have kilo, hecta, deca, and then we have our units. And this is our units of measurements. And then we have deci, centi, and milli. And so I'll display those so we can see what the actual terms look like when we spell them out. And we also have that in our notes. Okay, and so now I have written these out for you so you can see what those terms look like and how they relate to the mnemonic, King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk. We also learned that the unit is our base. And so this is where we put our main units of measurement for the metric system. So the metric units are meters, liters, and grams. Those are our metric units. And we use those metric units to apply it to our mnemonic and our staircase. So the U being our base, we're going to start with meters. And so what we need to do from here is start up the staircase where the K is, and then we simply start charting kilometers, hectometers, hectometers, decameters, then our meters, decimeters, centimeters, and meters. And notice that we have two D's, so we have to make sure we understand which is which. So for the decameters, we, for the term deca, use the abbreviation DA, and for deci, we just use the abbreviation D. And so from here, we would continue on looking at our units, and now we have liters, and we would go back up the staircase and start with a K, and kiloliters, hectoliters, decaliters, then we have liters, deciliters, centiliters, milliliters. And then, of course, we would do the same thing for grams, going up our staircase, starting at the top. Grams, decigrams, centigrams, and milligrams. And we use this chart for our metric conversions, and it helps us understand that as we go up the staircase, our metric units get larger, and as we go down the staircase, our metric units are getting smaller. Okay, so let's put King Henry's staircase to work. So say we wanted to go ahead and convert a metric unit. We want to figure out how many millimeters in a centimeter. So for example, our first example can say something like this: 56 centimeters equals blank millimeters. And so what we would do is find centimeters on our staircase, and here's centimeters. We would find millimeters, and here's millimeters. And we need to go down the stairs. So we're here, and we need to go down. And so that lets us know that we need to move the decimal one place to the right. And so 56, we know that our decimal is at the end, even though we don't see it. We've learned that whole numbers always have a decimal at the end of the number. And so it will be after the 6. And we need to move that decimal one place over, so it would be here. And we need to fill in this space with a 0. And so we would say that there are 560 millimeters. Let's try another example. So for example number 2, let's say that I wanted to know how many, let's say, how many milliliters in a liter. So what if I wanted to do 23.9 liters equals blank milliliters? Okay, so I would find liters, and liters would be here, and then I would find milliliters, and whoa, milliliters is way down here. And I just need to follow that same process. So 23.9, here's my decimal between a 3 and a 9. And so I am here, so I need to go down the stairs. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 stairs to get to my milliliters. And so I would move the decimal 1, 2, 3 times, and it would here, and I would fill these spaces in. So I would have 23,900 milliliters. So we're using the staircase of King Henry to help us convert metric units. Let's try one more example. Let's do 1,270 centimeters equals how many meters? And so I'm going to take this number. I'm going to make sure I show that my decimal is at the end. And I'm going to find centimeters. It's centimeters. And I want to find meters. There's meters. This time I need to climb the stairs, so I'm going to go up. And so I can see that I need to show that I'm going up the stairs, and I need to move the decimal 1, 2 places, but this time to the left. 1, 2 places to the left, and I'm going to have 12.7, 12 and 7/10 of a meter. And this is just a quick example of how we are going to use this as we continue our work with the metric system. And we will later learn how this is used to show what we're really doing, which is using powers of 10. See you in class tomorrow. Make sure that you have your notes. Make sure that you have taken the staircase and used it for all of the examples so that we can have them for class tomorrow. See you then.